I am going live. Got questions. Middle of business day. It's 3 o'clock, 3:20. Happy to answer questions. I'm doing some lives, just kind of doing these. If anybody has questions, I'm happy to answer them. Been in business forever. Happy to speak with you. Out of Fort Worth, Texas. As I say, been working since I could push a lawnmower, and had a couple things on my mind. Kind of weighing. Just anybody has questions, owner of roofing webmasters, plumbing webmasters, HVAC webmasters, and data pins map ranking app. Have a little bit of real estate out of Fort Worth, Texas. But I'm happy to answer questions. If anybody has any questions about business, I don't care if it's marketing, I don't care if it's expenses, overhead, what to do next. Really, goal setting, any of that kind of stuff. Even I've got if you want to talk about a company name change, what to do next on marketing. I'm huge on marketing because, in my opinion, it's the number one thing. I'm going to tell you that marketing's more important than sales because there will be no sale without a lead, and marketing leads to the sale, right? So you can be the best salesperson in the world, but nobody calls you. And you can be a mediocre salesperson, but everybody calls you. You'll beat the pants off the other guys. So if I had to, mentality wise, I started out contracting. I was mowing lawns and I was painting curbs, and did that for a long time, landscape business. And that's where I started. Then I started working in home security. And finally, after that, I did this for other people. But the reason is that I started marketing for other contractors and other businesses is because nothing really seemed to work without marketing to a lead to a sale. So it became my focus. I consider myself okay at sales, although some people think I'm fabulous. I know I'm good, but I market a lot. So I do stuff. I'm always trying things. So any questions about anything business related, I'd love to be able to answer them. This is free advice. This is something new. I do a lot of other kind of marketing, but this is my personal brand, Nolen Walker, Nolen, Nolen with an E, Nolen Walker. And I'm here to answer questions. I'm going to take a little break from work and doing a little bit of this every day. And I want to start and tell you all that if I had to tell you anything, if I had to help you with anything, wake up and market. Wake up and market like your life depends on it. Get your name out there, do something. Most of you guys that I work with need to start with a website, Google account, reviews. But if you stop there, it's just crazy to me at this point. I mean, it frustrates me to see an entrepreneur stop and not market. And I wish I'd have understood it earlier that it's so hardcore. I was just telling somebody that works with me that I'm going to sit down and either fret about work, worry about it, or I'm going to rejoice in sales. And so if you're an entrepreneur, you definitely can relate to this. If I sit down, I'm going to bask in the glory of how fantastic everything is and cash reserves. I'll think about business the same amount of time if I sit down and worry about money or not having enough leads. So, in my opinion, even past a 40-hour week or 50-hour week or whatever you're working, you're up in the morning sipping coffee, you're thinking about business. You're providing for your family, your wife and your kids, or thinking about starting a family, or your dreams and your goals. And you're going to worry about money and want more leads, or you'll feel good about it and make plans and do other things with money. I've been both all the time, back and forth. And so as I've gone through life, I realized it doesn't really matter. And I used to say you shouldn't work all the time. And I don't really, but we kind of do as entrepreneurs. Even when we're not working, we're thinking nonstop about it. And I would tell you that if you're going to work all the time, which as an entrepreneur, even if you're technically not in the office, we know we're just thinking nonstop about it. Why not go dirt dog hardcore on marketing? I mean, dirt dog hardcore, everything. And I'd wipe away every negative thought I had in my head if I had to help you with one thing. I wouldn't judge or hate on anything out there. And I'd wake up and open my eyes and say, look at all the wonderful things that I can do. Website, better, yes. more signals to Google and digital branded signaling. Yes, Bing and ChatGPT and AI search. I don't understand going live on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. By God, I'm doing it now, quick now. And I'm going to try all these things and get going. So a lot of our clients aren't going to necessarily have to have a personal brand, but would it hurt you? No, it won't hurt you, and it'll knock you out of your comfort zone. If you've been complacent, I say you get busy. Have your off season be better. Have your on season be better, and quit thinking or worrying about, quit thinking or worrying about you're not doing stuff. You're not doing these things. You can feel the entirety of society moving forward with different types of marketing, and you're a business owner and you're not partaking in it. So people pay us to do their websites and data pins and digital brand signaling to Google and show up more. And most of you guys won't even do that. They put up a website, 10-year-old marketing, complain about it, wonder why things aren't going as well as they should. And there's this massive universe of stuff out there they could do at this point. I think that we're now, and I don't need to be on all these, but LinkedIn and Twitter, we added to Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, and then long form, short form, personal brand, lives, podcasting. We do, but I'm a marketer, so I try all of it, but it should have all been done all the time. And if I had to be really honestly, I think that most of you guys should do like 10 times more than you're currently doing. And the phone would ring off the hook and you'd wonder, why didn't I do that before? So I will tell you something else that has been kind of weighing on me today, and I think it'll help you. What's the one thing that you don't like doing in your business? What's the second thing you don't like doing in your business that you haven't been doing? I'm not talking about stuff you're already doing. I'm talking about stuff you haven't been doing it and you kind of know you should. If you'll do those things, those two that came to mind, your business will grow immediately. I don't care if it's out doing the job itself because you're the entrepreneur, but you don't know how to roof a house or whatever part of it is. Go deep into it. Or you don't like the front face of dealing with the client, go deep into that. Or you're not marketing, you should, go deep into it. Like just literally start and kick butt and go. Those sorts of things are the types of activities that will synergize your business and take off. I will tell you that it would be vital for you to do those things. Vital, like the most important things you could do. Guys, any questions? I'm Nolen Walker, Nolen with an E, Nolen Walker, owner of multiple businesses. I am doing lives every day for a while. Got questions, ask them. I don't care if you're not in business yet. Got a question about it? Got a question about entrepreneurship? You got a question about starting a business? College versus business? What expense to pick up first? What's the most important thing to do in business? I'll always tell you the same thing, but it'll be market, keep overhead low, be involved. The things you hear people say are usually just lip service. Hire people to do that. Work on the business, not in the business. I promise you, you will work on the business and in the business. And the more you do of it, the better you'll be. And it will actually just hold you back if you don't do those things. So questions or comments? Anybody got questions? Let me see. I've got some other stuff. I said earlier, marketing's 10 times more important than a sale. 10 times more important. You can't make a sale without a lead. Can't get a lead without marketing. So I don't care if you're working on a personal brand. I don't care if you're doing something. I don't care if it's AdSense. Can't get AdSense revenue without eyeballs. Can't get a sale. I am personally I started out mowing lawns, painting curbs as a kid. Did a little bit of college that I paid myself through, but it kind of hard knocks through that. Got into home security, did 23,000 alarm system sales and installs. I now own multiple companies, digital marketing agencies, roofing webmasters, plumbing webmasters, HVAC webmasters. We have a piece of software that helps those categories, and home services contractors called data pins. datapins.com, DATAPINS. And then I have some real estate and some other stuff, but done a lot of small business and help small business. And I appreciate it. Thank you, Cooper. Thank you for the question, ladies man. But yeah, questions about whether you should try business, what you should do next. Do you have questions about it? You have questions about dreams and how to move forward with them, how to have a good life? I like all these categories. I'm 51 and I'm a biohacker. I do biohacking. I think if you're 50 and you're not biohacking, you're just aging poorly. So everybody's going to age. I try to age gracefully. So get a little older, you're a biohacker if you want to live well. But yeah, any questions about life stuff, I'm happy to answer it. Past marketing guys, I'll tell you to keep overhead low so you can make a profit. Marketing to sale to a profit. It's pretty simple, but very difficult. It seems like. I think most of it is mental block. Like I told you I've gone on a few of these, but I went to VidCon a few weeks back. Went with my daughter, who's doing fabulous at making money with AdSense. She's 17. She makes good money. And I was very encouraged by a whole new group of youthful people that were in American entrepreneurs, and they were doing digital marketing. And what's weird about it to me is that you have this older group that owns all the businesses, like service businesses and all that. Any of y'all could go start a service business. I don't care if it's a professional service or blue collar service, but you could go become a plumber or psychologist or whatever you wanted to do. And then you have people that are just doing like YouTube ads and shorts and AdSense and TikTok revenue, Snapchat revenue. And it's pretty cool. And most of those people are just making ad revenue, but then some of them will begin to, second level of that is to get sponsorship. So like Ryan's Toy Review or something like that, but you can do that on any other level and get paid once you have eyeballs. So you're marketing out there. And then the third level is to tie it into a product. The easy one right now for this is Mr. Beast and Feastables, and tying into his own product. I heard that Beast was making so much money or had so many eyeballs that major companies can't advertise on his platform anymore. So he's going to synergize into his own brands to push his own products, because at some point they can't pay to advertise on his channel. I mean, that is the pinnacle of branded search, capturing an audience, and it's the new version of what's going on now. Mr. Beast is the he's the benchmark for it. He's the first, right? So he'll have to use Feastables and other things, and then he'll just push his own product through his own channels, and it'll make more money than him selling ad space to other people. I love the thought of this, though, all the way down to the lawn care guy, the plumber, the roofer, the HVAC, like we work with a lot of. And now all of a sudden you're synergizing brands, digital branded signaling, and the algorithms that be, it used to just be Google, but now it's AI algorithms and all different types. And they're digesting your personal brand, your business brand, and taking all that and then allowing you to be seen by people in whatever other format it is. We deal with a lot of Google, AI search, and Bing, but a lot of you guys are just used to TikToks and YouTubes and trying to get an ad to show based upon viral videos or videos that people are watching. Questions, guys? Any questions for me? Let me go over here. I would love to be able to answer any questions that y'all have. And I'll go over a couple other topics that I was thinking about today. I will mention one. I'm 51. I am 51 years old. And any younger bucks listening to me, you'll probably be working until you're older, probably working more than you think you would or should. And if you're watching me and you want to be an entrepreneur, it's freedom. Number one, it allows time. I am self-disciplined and work a lot, but you'll work a lot no matter what. And if you will open yourself up to being a little uncomfortable and doing some things that you don't want to do, like marketing, like Alive. You think I love the idea. You don't think it took gumption to start, force myself of my own free will to start being shown at 51 on Alive and multiple media channel formats for distribution. It's hard at this age. It's hard at your age, but the sooner you'll do that, the better off you'll be. If you fail, you're fine. If you fail, you're better than not failing. I don't know if I'm old enough to get all these life lessons, but looking back, I almost don't have anything that I'm worried about that I tried. It's the things you didn't try that make you upset. So all the trials and failures are just like, I tried, I did my best. It's the stuff that I didn't try that made me feel bad, that made me retrospective, that, those are the things that made me look back and feel bad. And so as I get older, I do my best to open myself up and just work hard and not judge, not hate. I think judgment of people online stops yourself from doing things yourself, so I do my best not to judge, not to hate. And then once you're there and you have a positive narrative, you go try stuff, and you'll feel better about it. Any questions, guys? I'm Nolen Walker. If you're just joining, I own multiple businesses, HVAC webmasters, plumbing webmasters, roofing webmasters, Data Pens, DATAPINS, Data Pens map ranking app. I live in Fort Worth, Texas. I've lived in another state for a while. I love Fort Worth. I was born here. I love Texas. I love working for myself, self-discipline, do the best I can. And we have hundreds of clients. I like being an entrepreneur. I always wanted to be one though. So anybody have any questions about entrepreneurialism? Any questions about how to get started, about what to do? Any questions on that front? I'm happy to answer them. Questions, guys. I got another topic here. Most people, and I'm going to tell you, people that aren't marketing yet or already have a business, are just doing horribly old marketing. So you understand that if you'd have been started in business 20 years ago, you'd have only had yellow pages and direct mail and billboards and radio and TV, door knocking, door hangers, bow packs, money mailers. It's it. And it was hard to make money and hard to do stuff. Nowadays, business starts up. Guy can go on and get a Google business profile, map, and a website and begin to get phone calls here and there. And almost all those people don't do anything else. They barely limp in online, and then they complain and they begin to judge digital marketing agencies. I told you not to judge, just wreck your life, wreck you in ways that they're insidious because it's hate and stops you from doing other stuff. So they'll begin to judge stuff, and they won't try to become dominant in their marketplace. They won't send out other signals. They'll try for a month and quit. The algorithms are digesting stuff. It doesn't happen usually within the first week. Somebody will try literally for a week or a month and quit. Like, I didn't work. It was too hard. And so it's crazy how little marketing people do with all the things available, all the wonderful things available. So I would encourage you to try multiple media, different things. All right, something else. Questions, ask them. Entrepreneurial life, business, dream manifestation, daily affirmations, how-tos. I won't be your tax or legal professional, but I've got quite a bit of knowledge if you got a question on something. If it's tax or legal, I'll disclaimer it, but answer if I can. So, I feel like one of the things I like to do as I get older, I want to do two things. I want to wake up entrepreneurs that are already there. Marketing's key. Number one, I want to help new entrepreneurs. Anybody young kids wanting to start up, you got a question, I will answer it. What are you doing? What's your thought process? What are you thinking about starting? Got quite a bit of knowledge on stuff all the way from AdSense and YouTube stuff. I've got a daughter that's a couple of kids actually on YouTube doing a lot. I've got one making considerable money. And so, and then I help contractors and small business show up on Google and other stuff. And we do a lot of stuff now with social media and paid ads too. lot of marketing knowledge in my head and a lot of knowledge on small business and how to run it, structure it, keep it lean to make a profit. Questions around that, I'll be happy to answer it. I'll tell you one thing I regret. I regret not opening up fully in judgment of stuff and just gloves off and throwing it all in, everything I could do. I regret not doing that at 51. I wish I hadn't judged stuff and just partaken in what society had to offer at the time, especially as it pertained to marketing and outreach to humans. And then once I have a client, dealing with that client all the time, staying dialed in, because I'm telling you, you're going to deal the same time, no matter what, whether you're all in or not. If you're not all in, you're going to have a harder time making a profit. Harder time making a profit. If you're all in and you're making a big profit, same amount of time is going to be thought about business. Promise you. In one case, you're making money and dreaming and manifesting cool stuff. In the other case, you're just stressing out and worrying about stuff. So embrace the things that you don't want to do. Don't judge and move forward with everything you can. Keep overhead low so that when the calls come in or the orders for your product or the AdSense revenue, you make a profit. Any questions? Anybody just joining? I'm Nolen Walker. I am an entrepreneur out of Fort Worth, Texas, working since I could push a lawnmower as a child. And I'm glad to have been an entrepreneur, although I wished I'd have gone to college for years. I thought maybe I'd messed up. Older I got, I'm glad I did what I did. But it took a while. And the grass always seems to be greener on the other side. All right, guys, questions. Anybody got a question? I'm going to go about 30 minutes here. So if y'all got questions, ask them. I'll answer just about anything. I'll answer questions about lifestyle, type of lifestyle I lead. If you have something you're going for, what's the best way to get there? It's a hard road, guys, no matter what. Life's great. Work is hard. Providing's hard. Earning's hard. There's not a great way around it. I think people get frustrated by it, but it's hard to be somebody earning. It's never easy. A lot of people competing for it, right? But it's rewarding, and I'm here to help you make it as easy as possible. Does anybody have any questions for me? Avert some of the things you could in life. All right, guys, I am going to do another one of these for a different company that I have. Remember, if you want to check out more, like and subscribe. Nolen Walker with an E, Nolen. You can look up HVAC webmasters, HVAC webmasters, roofing webmasters, and plumbing webmasters, and data pens. Love to be able to help you guys if you got questions. I'm not on here just for my businesses. It's just part of me, part of who I am. I'm here to really just help people become entrepreneurs, help entrepreneurs that exist, small business. And I'd like to develop more community for myself. I'd like to get to know more of you, and I'd like to help more of you become an entrepreneur. I think you'll be happy you tried. Tune back in and check it out. We'll see you next time. Okay.